Hey, welcome. We're about to dive deep into a hidden network that, believe it or not, is running your entire experience of the world at this very moment. These are the unsung heroes working behind the scenes, making everything you see, feel, and do possible. So let's get into it. I mean, really think about that for a second. Right now, your eyes are scanning these words, your brain's processing language. Maybe you can still taste that last sip of coffee, and you might even be smiling. How in the world does your brain juggle all of that at the same time? Well, it's not magic, it's all about the wiring. And the answer lies right here with this command crew. What you're looking at is the brainstem. Think of it as your brain's mission control. And sprouting directly out of it are 12 pairs of highly specialized nerves. These are the cranial nerves, and they're the direct link between your brain and, well, your head, your face, and even organs deep down in your body. Honestly, the best way to think of them is as critical data cables. Some of these cables only carry information into the brain, some only send commands out, and some of the really advanced ones handle two-way traffic. So instead of trying to memorize a bunch of complicated names, let's meet them by what they do. We're going to break them down into three teams. First up, we've got the sensory specialists. Their one and only job is to gather intel about the world around you, sights, smells, sounds, and report it straight back to headquarters. Yeah, you can think of these nerves as your brain's field agents. Their whole deal is just input. They are constantly feeding your brain the raw data it needs to build your entire picture of reality. Let's start with cranial nerve number 1, the olfactory nerve. You've got these delicate little fibers that literally dangle down into your nasal cavity, just waiting to pick up scent molecules from the air you breathe. It's your own personal, built-in air quality sensor. Right after that is nerve number 2, the optic nerve. Now, this isn't just a wire. We're talking about a massive, high-speed fiber optic cable made up of over 1 million individual nerve fibers. It plugs right into the back of your eye and shoots all that visual info to your brain at incredible speeds. And rounding out our sensory team is nerve number 8, the vestibulocochlear nerve. And what's so cool about this one is that it's a 2-for-1 deal. One part plugs into that snail-shaped thing called the cochlea to process sound, while the other part connects to your vestibular system to manage your sense of balance. So yeah, it's the nerve that lets you enjoy music and not fall over while you're walking. Okay, on to team 2, the action squad. So if the sensory nerves are all about input, these guys are all about output. They take direct orders from the brain and make stuff happen. These are the motor nerves. Basically, their job is to control muscles, period. From the absolute tiniest flicker of an eyelid to a big, powerful shrug of your shoulders, the action squad is in charge of getting you moving. A really amazing example of their teamwork is in your eye movement. It takes not one, but a trio of separate cranial nerves, 3 of them, all working in perfect harmony to control the 6 little muscles that aim your eyeball. Every single glance you make is a tiny, coordinated ballet performed by these specialists. The action squad also has its heavy lifters. You've got cranial nerve 11, the accessory nerve, which fires up those big muscles in your neck and shoulders, letting you turn your head or give a shrug. And then there's nerve 12, the hypoglossal, which is totally dedicated to controlling your tongue, absolutely essential for talking, swallowing, and eating. All right, now for our final and, honestly, most complex group, the great multitaskers. These nerves are the superhighways of the whole system. They're handling two-way traffic, carrying sensory information in and motor commands out, all at the very same time. A perfect example is nerve number 7, the facial nerve. It's got this incredible web of branches that controls all the tiny little muscles you use for facial expressions. But it's a multitasker, right? So it also carries taste signals from the front of your tongue. Think about that. It helps you make a face and taste your food. Okay, now it's time to meet the heavyweight champion of the cranial nerves. Number 5, the trigeminal nerve. It is by far the biggest one, and it's an absolute powerhouse for the face. Just look at this map. It's incredible, right? This shows you the huge territory that the trigeminal nerve covers. It's the main source of sensation for almost your entire face. We're talking touch, temperature, pain, from your forehead all the way to your chin. It all runs through this one massive nerve, which is split into 3 main zones. So let's trace them real quick. The ophthalmic branch, that covers the top third of your face. The maxillary branch takes the middle section. And then the mandibular branch handles the lower third. But remember, it's a multitasker,
so it also has that critical motor job, controlling the powerful muscles you use for chewing.
But there's one multitasker that is just different. It doesn't stick around the head. In fact, its name literally means the wanderer, because it's the only cranial nerve that takes a long, long journey far beyond the head and neck. So let's follow the path of this wanderer. This is nerve number 10, the vagus nerve. And here it is, starting its epic journey, right as it leaves the skull and heads down through the neck. From there, it just keeps going, down into the chest, sending out these critical branches that connect to your heart and lungs. It's what helps regulate your heart rate and your breathing, all without you ever having to think about it. And it's not done yet. The vagus nerve continues south, plunging down into the abdomen to network with your stomach, your intestines, and a bunch of other organs. This right here, this is the physical wiring for that whole gut-brain axis we're always hearing about. It's the mind-body connection, made real. So we've met the sensory specialists, the action squad, and the great multitaskers. But the most incredible part is that these 12 pairs of nerves don't work alone. They are constantly, and I mean constantly, conducting an unseen symphony to create your entire conscious experience. And here it is, the whole crew in one place. Your handy cheat sheet for the brain's control panel. You might want to screenshot this one, honestly. You've got the sensory nerves bringing info in, the motor nerves sending commands out, and those mixed nerves doing both. It's basically the wiring diagram for you, a great summary of everything we just covered. So think about that. Every sight, every sound, every taste, every expression you make, it's all managed by this incredibly intricate web of nerves. They're unbelievably robust, but they're not invincible. And that kind of leaves us with a final thought. When your entire reality depends on this network performing flawlessly, what happens to your world when just one of these critical wires gets crossed?